Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to go ahead and address a comment I got on one of my videos, and I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen here. And it pretty much said, yeah, because everyone wants to move to Citrus Springs. It's cheap for a reason, bro. Well, thank you so much for your comment. I do appreciate that. I appreciate all comments, so that's great. But hey, maybe you're right. And I don't think that everybody wants to move to Citrus Springs because it's really not right for everybody. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's about 5 reasons why you might not want to move to Citrus Springs. Right now I am at Walmart in Lecanto, Beverly Hills. And if you look behind me, you'll see construction going on. That's about to be a new Target. Let's go ahead and get into the reasons why. Number 1 reason why you might not want to move to Citrus Springs. You love the nightlife. You like to go out every night and party and have fun. Yeah, Citrus Springs might not be the best place for you to live. And I get it. I used to live in Los Angeles and yeah, I loved it. I would go out all the time at any given day, any given night. One of my favorite bands or comedians might be doing a show. I could go check out a pop-up food truck from a celebrity chef doing a new Salvadoran pupusa food truck, stuff like that. Yeah, if that is really important to you, maybe Citrus Springs isn't the best place for you to live. But the good news is Orlando is only an hour and a half away and Tampa is only an hour and a half away. So with all the money that you save from living in the rural area, you can afford to go down to Tampa for a weekend and you can afford to go down to Orlando for a weekend where they do have things like that. So that's reason number 1. Let's go to reason number 2. Reason number 2 is you don't have a car and you don't want a car. Yeah, there are a lot of people like that that don't have a car or don't want a car. I could see how that might be an issue for you if you are living here in Citrus County. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it is like to drive from this Walmart to Citrus Springs. So let's hop in the car and take a look at what that looks like. We're going to drive through Beverly Hills to Citrus Springs right now. Okay, now we are in Citrus Springs. That drive took about 8.5 minutes to get here from that Walmart, and that's where the new Target will be as well. And I'm out in front of Moshello's 2. That's my favorite pizza place around here. And they're not open today. It's Monday, it's noon. Moshello's isn't open on Sundays or Mondays, which brings us to reason number 3. You might not want to move to Citrus Springs. Maybe you're a foodie influencer. Maybe it's your job to go around and check out all of the coolest restaurants and food trucks around. I'm not saying there's not any good restaurants around here, but I am saying that you would probably run out of things to post about pretty quick. In fact, there's a lot of good places around here. I'm going to go ahead and put up on the screen top 5 recommendations from me right now. There's a lot of good places. I review them all the time on this channel. But you know, not a whole lot of exciting choices around here. Let's go ahead and do a drive around in Citrus Springs since we're here, and I can show you what the neighborhood's actually like, what it looks like when you're driving around in here. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we are in Citrus Springs. Just a little story. Last week, I was working with a couple and they were interested in Citrus Springs, and they said that privacy was really important. They didn't want any neighbors to the side or to the back of them, and they wanted a house around $260,000. I said, oh man, do I have a house for you? Let's meet at this address tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And it was this address here. Literally the only house on the entire street. Right in their price range, everything they wanted. But it turns out that they weren't really about that life, and they hated it, and they turned around and went home immediately. So hey, it's not for everyone. Even if you may think it is, maybe it's not. But I could see why for someone this would be perfect. I would personally love that, being the only house on the street. Obviously this house isn't done yet. It'll be done in November, but just to give you an idea. So what was this? Reason number 4, maybe you have to fly out for work a lot. Maybe if you have to fly somewhere every week, your closest airports are Orlando and Tampa. So you would have to make a little bit of a drive to get to the airport. Maybe that's a reason why Citrus Springs wouldn't be right for you. But maybe you don't mind making an 1.5-hour drive every once in a while. I know I don't. Let's go ahead and I want to show you where Publix is. So we'll do another drive time lapse and you can see what it's like if you were to buy this house. What would it be like to drive to Publix from here? Let's check it out. All right guys, here we are at Publix. I wanted to show you where Publix are because I do think that Publix is pretty much important to everyone. So it took about 10 minutes to get here from that house that we were just at, and there you go, there's Publix. The 5th reason isn't so much a reason. The 5th thing is pretty much just advice, and it's you gotta do your own research. What is important to you? Google that in the area specifically. There are a lot of things that a realtor cannot coach you on because it's illegal. It's called steering. I'm gonna put the definition of steering up on the screen here. So if you had a question, hey, how culturally diverse is it in Citrus Springs? I couldn't tell you that. Hey, what's the median age of people who live there? I'm sorry, I couldn't tell you that. Hey, do they have good schools there? Are they good schools or are they bad schools? I'm sorry, I actually can't tell you that. It's illegal and I could be fined a lot of money and other worse things than that. So Google is your friend. It's very simple and intuitive to Google the questions that you have about an area. Make sure you do your own research. But you know, suffice it to say, if you are looking for an area where you're gonna wanna go out every night to bars and go to a bunch of concerts and comedy shows, and you're a foodie, you might wanna go to a bigger city, right? But if you're like me and all you need is a Publix and a good Mexican restaurant and a good pizza place, and that's really all you need, then it's really perfect. And you can save a lot of money by living somewhere like this, okay? So if you are thinking about buying or selling in Central Florida, please give me a call. And my information is right here. Also check out my other videos.